October 20th. And it sounds like we get one more nice day. And then the weather turns kind of miserable. Today's pretty nice. That's a bit of a trick getting this hood open with one hand, but there. So I'm trying to put some stuff away in the shed out of the weather. Well, the weather's still half decent. This old truck was just running a couple days ago, so it shouldn't be a problem to start. I was going to mention on this Holly carburetor, it's working good now, but it took a long time to figure out what's going on. I think what's happening is when it sits for a few weeks, the float valve in here sticks shut. You go to try and start it, and the fuel pump can't push enough pressure to open up that float valve. So it'll start on a prime and run what you pour down the carburetor throat, and when that's done, no more gas. Filter was good. Finally figured it out. Give it a good blast of air in there with the air compressor, and that opens up the valve, and then we're good. So I'm going to show you just how good it starts now. It's been running pretty good, actually. This may be a two-handed job because I got to work the choke as well. Nice and smooth. Got my gas tank in the cab here. Funny story on that one is I share that tank between this truck and the old yellow gravel truck over there. A few days ago I went to take the gravel truck out of the shed way in the back of the Quonset. It started up not too bad, let it idle for a few seconds and then drove out. I got right to that point there and it acted like it ran out of gas. I looked down and yeah, there was no gas tank in it. All it was running on was the gas that was in the rubber line. I got a hose running into the engine compartment to the pump, so it drove all that way on a little bit of gas that was in that line. I was kind of impressed. Anyway, I really need to get another tank so I don't have to keep switching tanks between these trucks. The original tanks are mostly intact, but that one there has got rust problems which constantly plugs filters. This one actually has holes in the tank which I patched with JB Weld, but I was having no end of stale gas and dirt problems with it, so this 5.5 or whatever gallon tank here seems to handle any jobs I got to do with it. And as I don't see any more work coming up this fall, at least nothing's on the list, I'm going to park it in the straight wall here and get it undercover. Alright, to be continued. Let's see how it drives. Won't be anything fancy with one hand. So we'll get out on the road here. Try second gear here. Oh yeah, no problem. That carburetor is really working good compared to how it's been for years. Normally it'd be stalling and stumbling, choke partly out, but now he's just idling along real nice. So over half a tank there, so it should get me to the end of the driveway and back to the yard. Street pipe on a 240 6-cylinder engine. He's a little loud. And this one's geared really low. signal lights too. That's a bonus. Point out the mileage on this truck. That first digit is a 0. International added the extra digits because I guess they figured their trucks were going to go a long time. So that's 18,410 miles, which for a 1956 truck is a little hard to believe, and yet, unless the speedometer was disconnected for some time, I would guess that's original mileage. So anyway, I better get busy here. There's your update on the International S160 1956 model. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next one from the Roosty 6 channel. And the sun sets on another day in October.